They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
That'll be caught by Cup. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I said be aggressive and try and get it done.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's the option going left on second down. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the Rams are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Prescott off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
After 4 years each in Jacksonville and Chicago, Allen Robinson made a big jump by joining the reigning champs. Hoping to shake off career lows from last season and get back to being a catch machine. Here's a catch for him there and a first down pickup.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling-out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Throwing. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Here's Powell on the return. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down at Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To the air again, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And Prescott, his third interception. Troy Hill picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brings up second and 9 at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And they'll need a big play here while Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Troy Hill picks it. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Neville Gallimore showing off a bit on that nice stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 7. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Prescott now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On play action, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Now Dak. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A give running right is Akers. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Ready.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Dante Fowler who got in there to bring him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for L.A., they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.